Good. Today we're gonna talk about cross contour and tonal studies, or the light. So far we have been talking about the line, how the line is created and how to reproduce the line, what is line quality and how to take care of that. These are different ideas that we have been talking about. And the main concept when it comes to line is the cross contour line. And we said these are the mother of all other kinds of lines. And if you think about tone, the tonal studies, or shading as you would say, all the tonal studies also is created by line. Then the cross contour that we're talking about is kind of mother of all kind of tone, right? I mean, if you think about it, cross contour was good for drawing the plane drawing. Do you remember? Then light is how the light affects on the plane when you want to draw the light. A good example is the no outline drawing or plane drawing that we have been doing a few weeks ago. If you look at these, you can tell that even without me having any intention when I was doing this, you can see there is a sense of light here. Light is coming from somewhere. And you can easily say those areas that there is highlight, your cross contour lines are lighted, or there is no line. And the areas that you have the core or the dark area or the shadow area, then your light gets darker. Easy as that. You can say how you can create tonal studies by following the lighter line or no line on the highlight and the darker line in the shadow area and dark area, right? But the light in detail you're going to take care of in fourth semester. We're going to go through light. We have direct light and indirect light and atmospheric perspective. These are the different components of the light. You're going to work on all those. But in the first semester, I just want you to have a sense for light. And one of the basic sense is what you get with cross contours and building the plane again, building the surface. Like what we're doing here, you can easily see the relation of this with the light, and just if you use the tone, for example, in this drawing also, this is another example for the other group. You see the cross contours, how to get the leg using the cross contour, but also you can go for the shadow area and assuming the light's coming from here, then the cross contour that goes there, they are all sort of indicating the light, right? There is a concept in dealing with the light in drawing. It's called indirect lighting or flat lighting. The classical lighting is when you have a light source and the light coming from above and from front and affects your object. A good, let me draw for you something here. a good example is sphere. Yeah, when you draw a sphere, oh, I do it the other day here again. Maybe I can save some time. When you want to indicate the light on sphere, either you have direct lighting, which is this one, that your light source is here. You know, you get the highlights here, you get the core here, middle tone, reflecting light. And if you want to be even more precise, you get cast shadow here, right? This is direct lighting, when the light's coming from some angle above, usually from above. Classical lighting is based on sunlight and what's happening on Earth. But there is a more modern concept, is indirect lighting. Indirect lighting, your highlight is here, your core is sort of like that, and you don't have reflected light, you don't have cast shadow. Why? Because you're acting like a light source. You are the light source. The light goes from you to the object. Again, this is imaginary. This is an assumption, but it's very useful assumption. But later, again, in fourth semester, we're going to work on this in detail. But for now, what I want to say that the indirect lighting is pretty much based on cross contours and surface line, and the line that creates the plane. You know, as you see, when I'm doing this, I'm doing bunch of cross contours to create that tonal study. It's again related to sense of touch that we have been talking about when you get your line, your outline. You remember that? Then, now that we are working on cross contours, and let me go back to this again. Now that you're working on cross contours, I think it's a good time to also talk about indirect lighting and the relationship of indirect lighting with cross contour drawing, especially with no outline drawing that I was suggesting to you a few weeks ago. Are you following me? What I'm trying to say? It makes things look more 3D. It gives you a sense of light. It's not copying the light that you see in this room. Never copy, anyways, the light. That's another issue that we're going to talk about in the fourth semester. But it gives you a sense of volume. You can start creating a three-dimensional shape. Don't forget that what we are doing so far, we are doing 3D studies, right? We started 3D studies. This is part of 3D studies, or in my way of saying it, observational 3D studies. Later in second semester and third semester, especially second semester, we learn other aspects of 3D studies. This is the first semester, and we're still doing 3D studies, but one aspect of 3D study is that you can create 3D images by just using cross contours. I just want to give you an example here, or maybe I can see and draw and you can come and see me, but for example, if you have, let's say if you have an egg. If you have an egg, okay, that's the egg. you can go again, go for contours or cross contours. I'm using this kind of contour. I mean, they're going, you know, the cross contour, the cross section is going like that. It's going, if the egg is like that, it's going like that, right? And then you can sort of create the 3D illusion of an egg, right? This is again the direct lighting, indirect lighting. Sorry. You can also, I don't want to say that you have to always do indirect lighting. You can do it direct lighting as well. And that's an egg. Now I'm going for a direct lighting of it. The light's coming from here, right? But these are all based of understanding of, you know, there are cross contours that go in like that. You know, I draw this part that is in the shadow area. That's what I told you. Right? And the body is a bunch of eggs. Our body is full of many different eggs. Every muscle is an egg. Sorry, muscles, but or sorry, eggs. I don't know. But for example, let's say just you know, a little bit of arm. You know, I draw here. I draw it here to for the people that watching the video, right? This is the trapezius. This is the deltoid, right? Bicep, tricep, the elbow, and the muscle here, right? But deltoid, you can say also is like an egg, right? And then this muscle is also the kind of like egg. This muscle is kind of like an egg, right? As you see, I'm trying to do some indirect lighting and feeding the surface and using the tone to define the surface, and it becomes looking more 3D, right? That's the idea. Now, the light and the tonal study is related to cross contours, and especially indirect lighting is very much based on the same phenomenon, the sense of touch, feeding the surface, and creating good lines that indicate three-dimensionality. But while you're producing your lines, you can also produce a little bit tonal studies as well. Are you with me? Sorry, there is noise. Yeah. And what I want you to do is practice this and explore this. Again, the learning light is one of the last things that I teach. I teach it in the second semester, second year, fourth semester. I will tell you why I leave it for the last, but I want to say there is a lot more to learn about the light, but the tonal studies. By starting with this introduction is good. It's going to help us later when we study it thoroughly and all aspects of it. This is going to help. Then what we're going to do, we're going to have 5-minute pauses, and you just draw. And this time also, while you're getting your lines and you're doing your light quality, also think of the tonal studies and try to get some tonal, some 3D looking for your drawing with use of tone. Okay? Then please let's have 5-minute pauses. Thank you. hate this noise. Okay, let's ask the question. What do you think so far? Anything useful you think? Do you see any relation between cross contours and tonal studies? Does it make your drawing look a little bit three-dimensional? Yeah, it does. Okay, practice that, and I want to emphasize also practice your line quality that we talked about last week. You were here last week? I don't think so. I can explain to you a little bit, but the video is on the Moodle, and
yeah,
you
I
can.
watched the video.
Oh, you watched the video? Then that's good enough. Then just practicing is more important. Yeah, practice both, and they go together very well. I mean, when you do your line quality and then you do some tonal studies and try to make it look 3D. Okay, and that's also what I want you to do in your homework for 2 hours. That you do your homework, and for people at home, they have to do 4 hours of this. Okay. Thank you. Let's start with another 5 minutes. Yeah.